Good morning everybody and welcome back to Bognor Regis. We continue our tour today of the south coast, today heading east on a one-day hike towards Worthing. So a pretty easy day awaits us, about a 15-mile walk, completely flat and hopefully not so many pebbles this time. It's a bank holiday weekend. Amazingly, it's sunny and it's still quite early. It's only 10 o'clock in the morning. Most of the world is sleeping, so let's go on a little tour of Bognor Regis before we start the walk. Just behind me is what Bognor's most famous for, the Butlins holiday camp. Now I've just inquired to see if I can go in there and do a bit of filming. They said no, not without paying the day entrance fee, which is £32. So I think I'll give that a miss. It's a shame because last time I was here was 30 years ago and that was on a family holiday and I had a great time. But yeah, I can't really justify 32 quid. Well, you might remember from the last episode we were walking on the other side of Bognor Regis and some lovely homes, really plush, manicured lawns, and well, the homes on this side are a little bit more dated, but certainly still have their charm nonetheless. Right, a quick quiz for you guys. The flag there, flapping away in the breeze. Do you know what flag it is? Bit of trivia for you, flag trivia. I'll give you a clue, it's not a country, it's a disputed territory. It's in the Himalayas. Dalai Lama, I think that's enough clues. It is Tibet. Well done, if you got it. Alright, another flag for you guys. Do we know what this one is? Here's a clue. Big motorbike race takes place there every year. It's a Crown dependency. It's in the Irish Sea. It's the Isle of Man. Well done. So yeah, a bit of pebble walking at the moment guys, but it's sand down on the beach and the tide's going out. Usually the pebbles sort of finish around here, and as you go further out it's sand, so as soon as the tide's out a bit more, we're just walking on the sand, quite nice. Alright guys, you're going to have to help me out with this one because I have no idea what this one is. Green, white and purple. I've never seen a flag with that shade of purple in it before. Get in the comments, let me know. Now in the upmarket suburb of Middleton on Sea. Very pleasant around here. Nice grassy bank to walk on. Lovely houses. Well, hopefully the camera's doing justice to the colour of the water here. It's kind of a milky, turquoisey kind of colour. Really unusual for this part of England to have that colour water. So I'm not sure how much of an interesting vlog this is going to make. There's no real adversity to overcome. There's nothing really quirky or obscure or anything to show you. It's just a pleasant walk in the sun. I hope you stick with it anyway. At least it's not going to be 40 minutes long this time. So we're at the amusingly named Climping Beach at the moment, and I don't know if, I guess these are some sort of old sea defence, these wood structures here, but everything's battered. Look at the groins here. Just they stood no chance against the sea, whatever they're trying to protect. So it's a bit of a weird beach, this Climping. You've got at the top here, you've got the sand dunes, grassy sand dunes. Then you've got pebbles, then you've got a bit more sand, then you've got pebbles, and then you've got this wide expanse of sand. Anyway, that's the end of Climping Beach, there where the wall is. And from there we head a little bit inland into Littlehampton Marina. And here are the aforementioned dunes. We're not allowed on them, we have to walk along this boardwalk. So take one final look at Climping and one first look at Littlehampton. Looking pretty busy over there in Littlehampton. We have to walk up here to a bridge around the harbour and back down again. Quite a nice little walk though, I don't mind. Now Littlehampton, or LA, Littlehampton as some locals call it, gets a bit of a bad rep, but there are some nice parts of it. Look at this, for example. This is probably the best of Littlehampton here on the marina. Alright, we are now on the bridge, heading over to the other side. Clouded over a bit, and you might recognise this harbour if you're a fan of the TV programme The In-Betweeners. Along here is where Simon fell out the boat into the water, and a lot of other stuff happened, but I won't go into it just now. That's one of those if you know, you know kind of things. So that was a lovely bit of lunch. Felt all floaty after that large glass of white wine. So there is something here to show you guys that is quite quirky. It's Britain's longest bench. It's just up here. Right, today has been quite pleasant, so let's temper that with a bit of brutalism. Look at this wastewater pumping facility. It's owned by Southern Water, so they're probably pumping it straight into the sea anyway, knowing them. What an horrendous building. Yep, that's pretty accurate. So we're now in Rustington, And from here all the way up until Worthing, the demographic is a little bit older, shall we say. God's waiting room is a term that's used by some, and it's reflected in the architecture of the homes. So we're in Kingston Gorse now, and there's not much to report. It's a pleasant walk along the sand. We have two options, very easy. You can walk along the grassy bank where all these houses are, or you can walk along the sand. Both options are very easy. As you can see, there's some swanky houses up there. Des Lynam, the old sports broadcaster, lives up there. These houses, I think, are about 1.5 to 2 million each, but we've seen enough houses anyway over the last couple of episodes. This isn't homes under the hammer. You don't want to see any more, I'm sure. Alright, we ran out of sand down there, so it's back along the pathway. We're at Goring by Sea now. Very popular here with the camping crowd. You can see why. It's quite a nice green area, beach next to it. It looks like the travelling community have taken over the green here. Well, I'm sure the local residents are very happy about that. Right, we're on the home straight now, quite literally, because it is a straight line along the tarmac, almost in Worthing. Alright, we're now in Worthing, despite what the flag might suggest. We're still in England, and we've got about a mile till the pier. The best thing about walking into Worthing is that it's my home. This is my hometown. So for once I don't have to worry about train times or bus times or ferry times. Just walk straight home. It's about an 8-minute walk from the pier. Lovely. History of promenading. And here's Worthing back in the day. Oh, donuts. Bill Bryson's book, The Road to Little Dribbling. He comes to Worthing, he falls asleep on a bus on his way from Portsmouth, I believe, and wakes up next to a multi-storey car park, this one here, and didn't have very complimentary things to say about it. You can kind of see why, although it has now turned into a bit of an entertainment venue. So yeah, they're full at the moment, but you've got this AstroTurf here, and well, it says they're full, but clearly not. And then you got this view, pretty nice, level one. It's just the car park's a bit of an eyesore. So Worthing is a bit like Brighton's little sister in a way. It has the beach huts. It has similar architecture. And it has Pebble Beach, same as Brighton. It has 3 theatres, 2 cinemas, tons of bars and restaurants. And Worthing also has a pier. Do you know what that means?
We're on the far side.
It means that's the end of the video. Thank you so much again for joining us, folks. That was a bit more genteel than usual, I must admit. Next time we'll be heading back along the pier, through town, past the Dome Cinema, all the way east past Shoreham and way down to Brighton. I'll try and zoom in, see if you can see it there. That won't be for another few months, I reckon, so stay tuned, it will come, and I'll see you then. Cheers. Well, it wouldn't be a No Soy Rubio vlog if I didn't walk past the camera at least once.